Today I review a good movie?
This park is mine.
As of right now, Central Park is mine.
Assistance requested.
Today we explore the 1985 Tommy Lee Jones film, The Park is Mine. It begins with a man jumping off the top of the Veterans Hospital. His suicide note / manifesto is left to Tommy Lee Jones, who is going to follow the dead man's plan of taking over Central Park for 48 hours in order to draw attention to Vietnam veterans and the downtrodden in New York City in general. Quick note, in 1990, there were 367 murders in Central Park. In 2016, there were 300 murders in all of New York City. So yeah, things weren't great in the 80s.
Before Veterans Day, I was going to take over Central Park. It can be done. There's a list detailing my entire plan, and a brown gunny sack behind the AK-47. I didn't want to kill no one, just get their attention.
Right from the future here, we find out that the reason why the friend didn't follow through with the plan himself is because he's dying from cancer. If he was at all considering not going through with his dead buddy's plan, a conversation with his wife about what a fuck-up he is pushes him over the edge to go through with it.
I want to talk to my son.
He's sleeping.
How come every goddamn time I come by here, you tell me he's sleeping?
Because every goddamn time you come by here, it's late.
Bullshit.
Following his friend's blueprint, he calls up the police and says, "I'm going to take over Central Park for 48 hours, and as proof, I'm going to blow up a couple cop cars outside the station just so you know I'm serious." Tommy Lee Jones does show up to the scene himself and sprays the cops with gunfire from an AK-47 using what is obviously blanks, but it takes the cops way too long to realize this.
Get down!
The grenade launcher's live, boys. Now backtrack to 72nd Street and head out to 5th Avenue right now.
Tommy Lee Jones tries to explain his point hacking into the local radio, but Deputy Mayor Douchebag, wagging his head, says, "No, it's a terrorist group, not just a dude."
I don't want to hurt anyone. That's the first thing. I could have, but I didn't. My name is not important. I'm just a guy. Nobody pays much attention to guys like me. I don't mean just because I'm a vet. I mean because my whole life has been directed by other people.
Well, Tommy Lee Jones is busy blowing up trees and fighting fire with blanks and smoke grenades. A reporter decides to sneak into Central Park to take photos and video of him in a scene that was obviously scripted before they saw how low the wall around Central Park actually is.
Look, I'm gonna need your help to get over this wall.
As soon as it's light, you get the shots and you get out, right?
Right, later.
I mean, seriously, she did not need help getting over this wall.
You get the shots and you get out, right?
Right, later.
I guess she gets sleepy because he finds her in the morning and the relationship doesn't start out great.
I'm a photographer, TV. I came in here to get some footage, you know?
Footage?
Yeah, footage on the park. You know what I mean?
You're a reporter.
Look.
Take off your clothes.
Pardon?
Get naked.
But pretty soon, It's obvious to her and him that the cops aren't gonna just let him hang out in the park by himself for 48 hours, thanks to Deputy Mayor Douchebag, and they send a fucking helicopter in to kill him. Ray from the future again. I should point out, I will say multiple times that Tommy Lee Jones is using blanks. He does have live rounds, and they use, before Die Hard 2, Die Hard 2 rules to let you know with tape around the magazine to inform you whether he's using live rounds or duds. He makes another plea to the public and has a heart-to-heart with the reporter.
I'm going to read some clippings I've been collecting. They're little short stories that were buried in the back pages of the newspapers, things people did to each other. January 14. Gary Black, 78. An invalid was found frozen to death in his apartment this morning. Medical authorities estimate he had been dead a week. What's your first name, Weaver?
Larry, but nobody calls me that.
Shit. Smell like a cigarette.
When they try to fucking kill him again.
What are you calling me for anyway? What is this shit?
They're trying to kill us.
Yeah. They're gonna have to do a lot better than that.
As it is with most vigilante movies, the public support is split.
Elton Costanza, right? I'm from Queens, and hey, I'm all for the guy.
I believe what he's doing is wrong. I don't care how honorable his intentions. He's terrorizing this whole area.
2 attempts on his life now, he's understandably pissed, but still uses only flash grenades when attacking the police.
There's a little money from home, you lying motherfuckers!
Well, Deputy Mayor Dumbass hasn't screwed this up quite enough just yet, so he decides to, get this, hire a Viet Cong assassin to enter the park and try to kill Tommy Lee Jones.
The other man is Tran Chan Din. He hooked up with Verdankin in Vietnam. He's a master of guerrilla warfare. They come highly recommended.
Commissioner, what you're telling me is that we have 2 hired killers? One of them a fucking Viet Cong to go in and get this man?
Somebody's in here trying to sabotage my program, Valerie. Holy shit, that mine is real.
Real?
Yeah. Claymore.
What's a claymore?
It's an anti-personnel device, Valerie. This little baby right here, I'm gonna blow you up. Sick bastards. Those demented sons of bitches, look what they're doing. They're sending the Viet Cong in here. This is the middle of Central fucking Park. They are sending in the Viet Cong to kill me. Shit!
Overall, yeah, I really liked this movie. I thought it was well done and well paced. Tommy Lee Jones is great, of course. Surprised I hadn't heard of this movie. It's the first ever made-for-TV movie made by HBO, so it should be on HBO all the time, but I've never seen or heard of it myself. Yeah, it's a Vietnam veteran who comes back and doesn't get the warm welcome he's hoping for, and lots of veterans were dying on the streets at the time, and not being taken care of by the people or the city, plus New York City and Central Park in particular had sky-high crime rates, as I told you before. So, yeah, it's a well-done, well-thought-out movie. I really enjoyed this one. So, if you want to be a Tommy Lee Jones completist, go ahead and check this one out. This movie does contain a couple seconds of nudity after the reporter is caught by Tommy Lee Jones, and despite all the gunfire, explosions, and craziness going on, there is only 3 deaths. A suicide at the very beginning, and the 2 assassins being killed by Tommy Lee Jones at the very end. This movie stars Tommy Lee Jones, of course, as we went over. Yaphet Kotto plays a mean cop who does end up saving the day at the end by disobeying Deputy Mayor Dumbass, and Helen Shaver as the reporter. She's best known for Desert Hearts, I guess, and she was in the Poltergeist TV show, but nothing else I really recognize. This movie was directed by Stephen Hillard Stern, who did a lot of sports documentaries, mostly Canadian. He did 2 on Terry Fox. Yeah, I hadn't heard of the guy. He did the 80s Miracle on Ice movie, but this one was really good. Thank you for watching. This one took me a couple tries to get done, but we finished it. And as always, I shall try to do better next time. No bonus clips this time, but I do have a couple reviews coming up planned. I have a Christmas movie, a collab, so look out for those. Bye.